Hey guys, Flickify here, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode Player Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing a player that has been requested for me to review since the start of the series, and that player is going to be Memphis Depay. So leave a like down below if you guys are enjoying the series, and don't forget to leave a comment on what player you want me to review next. Also, I'll leave a link down in the description to a straw poll. It's going to include a couple players, so depending on what player receives the most votes, that's probably going to be one of the players that I review next weekend. So make sure you leave a vote for your favorite player of the bunch. And with all that said, let's get into the review today. At the start of career mode, Memphis Depay is a 79 rated left winger, age 20, and has an exciting prospect status with an estimated value of $6.5 million. But when you inquire about him, PSV is going to give a fairly hefty price. And for me, they said $31 million. Not sure if he's worth that much, but take it as you will. And I thought I would include that for you guys. We'll move on now to his player information. And he does have some very nice stats for a left winger. Of course, he does have the high medium work rates, right-footed on that left-hand side, 2-star weak foot, and 4-star skill moves. So for the most part, except for the weak foot, he has some great stats for a winger. And we'll move on now to his traits, the power free kick, flair, and the long shot taker trait. And for specialties, he already starts with the speedster, dribbler, and free kick specialist. And for a 79 rated player and 20 years old, he has a lot of traits and specialties, which is just great to have. And, you know, it just adds to his value for me. And we'll move on now to his attributes. Of course, he does have some great physical attributes. He's quick, he's got great acceleration, great stamina, great agility, all that kind of stuff. And for his technical attributes, his ball control and shooting are really good for a 79 rated player. The only thing for me that is his major downfall at the start of career mode is his passing. You can see there he's got 68 long passing and only 73 short passing, as well as 65 crossing, which for a winger is not the best. So let's be honest. He might be a scoring winger, but you have to be able to cross and pass as a winger. But we'll move on now to his stats when he is 30 years old. At his peak, Memphis Depay reaches an overall rating of 91 and a value of $54 million. Of course, reaches one of the world's best status, and that's an increase of about $47.5 million. So some great growth for him, and maybe even worth the price tag that he's worth at the start. Of course, he does pick up a few specialties: the speedster, dribbler, distance shooter, crosser, and free kick specialist. So he just manages to keep growing, and of course, he keeps all the traits that he has at the start of career mode. And look at this growth for his attributes. Only a little bit of growth in the physical attributes, but to be fair, they already start near the top. But in the technical attributes, the main growth for me is his passing. He moves up to have 96 long passing, 91 short passing, and 88 crossing. His ball control, dribbling, shooting, and all those other stats are already good. So for me, he becomes the perfect winger at his peak. And for me, it's completely worth his price tag and one of the most fun players that I've reviewed thus far. But let's get into the goals, and I'll talk a little bit more about his pros and cons. So Memphis Depay has been regarded as one of the few scoring wingers in modern football, and I completely agree with that in career mode. He was really fun to use, and he managed to score quite a few goals for me. And by the end of career mode, as I mentioned earlier, he does turn into the complete winger, at least in my opinion. A great combination of pace with 96 acceleration, 91 sprint speed, dribbling, 98 ball control, 97 dribbling, shooting with 94 long shots, 90 curve, and 85 finishing, and passing with 96 long passing and 91 short passing. And at the start of career mode, his passing just is not up to standards and really not up to par, and that has to be one of his cons for me. If that's a big factor for you guys, then, you know, maybe just use him as a scoring winger at the start of career mode, and after a couple of years, you should be able to utilize him for crossing and all the traits that a winger should be able to have. But of course, he does have 4-star skill moves, which is really fun to use as a winger. So a lot of Burba spins, a lot of Ronaldo chops, and I definitely use that quite a bit. And lastly, his 2-star weak foot can be a bit of a downfall at times. He is right-footed on the left-hand side, so great for cutting inside, and definitely use those Burba spins in order to put yourself in a great position. Overall, though, I will give him a 9.5 out of 10 rating, just for the pure fact that he could improve at the start, and he just wasn't a great player for me at the start in regards to his passing. But other than that, he's a great winger, and I hope you guys did enjoy the review today. If you did, do me a favor, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next review, this has been Flickify. I'll be talking all again soon.